The following is a Broncos Broadcast Network production.
Good morning, and welcome to the Broncos Broadcasting Network. I'm Jose.
And I'm Wyatt. On today's broadcast, we look at the tragic events that occurred 23 years ago today.
BBN News begins now. Today is Wednesday, September 11th. On this date, back in 2001, 4 airplanes were hijacked and coordinated attack by Al-Qaeda.
2 of the planes struck the World Trade Center, 1 struck the Pentagon, and 1 was taken back over by passengers on the plane before it crashed in a field in Pennsylvania.
Orlani spoke with some of our staff members about what they remember about that day.
I'm Orlani Dominguez with BBN News, and today we talked to staff about their experience during the 9/11.
During 9/11, I was actually working nights, so I was sitting there coming home when I got the news of what was going on. To be honest, I was very shocked at what was going on because, I was very much interested in history and realizing that with Pearl Harbor and things like that, that I never thought that we would ever have a terrorist attack here within the continental United States. I said working nights. I said I saw the footage of what was going on with the news, things like that. As a matter of fact, I never really slept that day because I was engrossed in what was going on with the news coming out of New York, Washington D.C., and Pennsylvania. That night, usually you hear like the airlines that are flying around. Planes, but what you heard was just quiet. It was very, very quiet. You could hear like the fighter jets sitting flying around patrolling the airspace. To this day, that was definitely something that I will always remember. Basically, and that's one of the reasons why I got into teaching history is particularly that day.
So I was actually a sophomore in high school when it happened, and I was, funnily enough, walking into my history class at that time, and a lot of the students didn't actually know what was going on because, we're 15 and we don't really know what's going on in history or the world at that time, but a lot of us thought it was actually the bombings of the World Trade Center that had happened years prior. We didn't know that this was live coverage happening in New York, so once we figured that out, it was really shocking and a little scary because we honestly never thought that, we didn't even know what a terrorist attack was because we had never lived through it. So the fact that it was happening in our lifetime was just shocking, and it was a really quiet day. Normally high school at that time was loud, but the high school at that moment and that day was just super quiet, and it was just... It's just so hard to explain because we never thought we would live through something like that, and it happened. And I remember just the radios were, not everyone was talking about it. And the cool part, even though it was something really sad, the cool part is that we got to see an entire country come together and rally behind just this devastating impact it had on our history and our country. And Americans were so united. And it was just something really interesting and cool to see. So it was a really cool experience. I know it's a very tragic experience, but there was something positive that came out of it.
September 11, 2001 was a very sad day because terrorists hijacked 4 airplanes. 2 planes crashed into the Twin Towers in New York City, causing them to collapse. Another plane hit the Pentagon, and the 4th crashed in a field in Pennsylvania. After the passengers tried to stop the hijackers, almost 3,000 people died, and it changed how we think about safety and security every day.
Well, I was at that time working from home, and my 2 daughters were in school. One was in early elementary school, and the other one was in preschool. And someone texted me and said something was happening. I turned on the TV and started seeing the plane that hit the first World Trade Center. And everyone kept saying, it's not a terrorist act. And I'm going, really? That was an accident? And then when the second plane hit, I think we all knew. So it was a very, very, very emotional time. I made the choice to go pick up my youngest daughter from preschool and my oldest daughter from elementary school, and we went to McDonald's and we got something to eat. And then we went home, and I just turned on the TV, and it was a really emotional time as a nation. I just was glued to the TV watching, and sadly, watching people jump out of the buildings because they couldn't get out. And that was a really hard emotional time. And then when my husband got home from work, he worked at Disney at the time, and we just ate dinner together as a family, and we all cried together. We all cried that night. We mourned our nation. What had happened, and we were just trying to make sense of what happened. And I'm a Christian, so I prayed a lot, and that brought me a lot of comfort.
Today is the day we remember everyone that passed away in this tragic date 23 years ago. This day will always affect many people's lives, and we will always remember each and every one of them. I'm Marlani Dominguez with BBN News, signing out.
Today's ACT word of the day is immense, meaning huge and vast. Alone in the immense forest, the hiker could not see nothing but trees.
Attention seniors, schedule your senior portraits today. Katie will be hosting 3 road shoots on campus. The next one will be taking place on October 7th. The only way for you to appear in your yearbook is to attend one of these road shoots or to visit a Katie studio. Register today at katie.com/book.
Attention seniors, there will be a college and career night on Tuesday, September 17th at 6 p.m. in the Performing Arts Center. Come and get information on scholarships, bright futures, and the Common App, and more. If you have any questions, please see Ms. Brown.
DHS debate team will meet on Wednesday from 2 until 3 p.m. in Mr. Swanson's room, 313A. For more information, scan the QR code on the screen.
Davenport High School will hold their annual Title I Spanish Night on October 1st, beginning at 5:30.
Attention French Club. Your next meeting is tomorrow from 2 until 3 p.m. in room 221. Please remember, club dues are due by September 20th.
Attention seniors, it is time to pay your senior dues. Your senior dues include a yearbook, class shirt, lawn sign, pennant, and access to class events throughout the year. If you pay your dues by September 19th, you will be able to paint your parking spot on September 20th. Your senior dues are $135, but the price goes up on September 30th. Get your senior dues in today.
The DHS Theater Department proudly presents Puffs on October 18th and 19th at 7 p.m. Get your tickets today by scanning the QR on your screen.
The Science Department at DHS is looking for you to join their Science Olympiad Club. They will have their first meeting at tomorrow at 2:05 in room 326. If you have any questions, please see Ms. Naberto.
There will be a voting drive on Thursday during lunches on those who are either 18 or will turn 18 by election in November. You must have a U.S. government ID or a driver's license to register.
The first ever Davenport High School Parade will take place in downtown Davenport on October 10th at 6:30 p.m. Be there for the Davenport Stampede.
Attention students, testing kicks off next week. You will want to make sure you have a fully charged laptop to take your exam. On Tuesday, 9th and 10th graders will be able to take the FAST ELA PM1 exam, and juniors and seniors who have not met the ELA testing requirements will have to take their exam.
On Wednesday, students who have taken the Algebra 1 but have not passed the Algebra 1 EOC will have the best algebra retake exam. Good luck to all those who are testing.
On to Broncos sports. The girls volleyball team is back in action on Thursday when they host the Ridge Community Bolts.
The boys football team will host the South Lake Eagles on Friday night. Kickoff is at 7:30.
There will be a boys soccer interest meeting right after school tomorrow in the Broncoteria. See Coach Pablo in room 33F with any questions.
Thank you for joining us today for Broncos News. I'm Wyatt.
And I'm Jose. Have a great day, Broncos.